said, Chuck, would you come and say a few words for us, about our community and what you've seen since your time of taking office. Before I get him up, you thought you wasn't going to have to talk, but you are. I want to read a few things that I put together. Hopefully I got some of these dates right. If not, you can correct it when you get up to talk. But I'm going to read a little bit about Chuck and his career. So Chuck Havard was a graduate 1993 of Kirbyville High School.
Ooh.
Yeah. Everybody's got to live somewhere. And he began his career the following year. He enrolled in Angelina College Police Academy and graduated in 1994. He started out as a part-time patrol officer with Kirbyville PD and afterwards became a courtroom bailiff for Judge Larry Gist with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office for 2.5 years. Then from there, he entered the DPS Academy in 1998. He was once quoted as saying, "As a public servant, there is nothing more important to me than professional and dedicated law enforcement." Once graduated from the DPS Academy, Chuck worked as a state trooper for the next 5 years in Jasper, Newton, and Orange County areas. He made sergeant in 2004, and his first assignment was overseeing highway patrol operations in San Jacinto, Trinity, and Liberty counties. That lasted for about 4 years, and in 2008, Trooper Havard transferred to Beaumont to continue in highway patrol operations in Jefferson County. In 2016, became lieutenant in charge of the Texas Capitol Detail, and later transferred back to Beaumont, where he became the assistant commander for the Beaumont Highway Patrol District of Jasper, Jefferson, Hardin, Orange, Tyler, and Newton counties. Along the way, he earned his Master Peace Officer's license, which is the highest peace officer license that can be given. Hang on, I don't know what I wrote there. That can be given in Texas, while also obtaining his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from McNeese State. Mr. Havard was once asked, what word of advice would he give to a young man or woman considering a career in law enforcement? To which he said, quote, "To me, it's the most honorable profession you can get into. You can really make a positive impact on the citizens that you serve. Just do it to the best of your ability, and you can't go wrong." On July the 31st, 2023, Mr. Havard retired from the Department of Public Safety with 25 years of law enforcement tenure. And it was said that shortly after his retirement, he alluded to a new path to serve. Friends and family, at this time, I'd like to invite our Jasper County Sheriff and my friend, Mr. Chuck Havard, to say a few words about the community after him taking office.
Where you want me at?
Anywhere, you can walk around if you want to.
Judge, I don't have a PowerPoint. Judge Allen has apparently been telling people I've got a PowerPoint. I do not have a PowerPoint. First of all, I think the last time I visited the lodge, I was doing the officer installation, and that was before January. So since January, we've been pretty busy. But I'll tell you, January the 1st till now, it's just a great honor and a great privilege to be the sheriff of Jasper County. I'm enjoying it. You stay pretty busy, but it's been a really good job. We got a long way to go from where we need to be, but we're progressing, and everything is actually going pretty good. But I hope maybe since I've been in office, maybe y'all seen our professionalism increase some. Hopefully you've seen some increased visibility, not only on maybe social media, but out in your neighborhoods is what we want. We want to be seen in our neighborhoods, patrolling our businesses and schools, and just being seen. Hopefully if we're being seen, then that keeps the people in this county, the knuckleheads out, and the knuckleheads that's in, and then maybe we can deal with them. We're a small sheriff's office. Right now we have nine patrol deputies, and so we have a lot of square miles for what we have to to police. So we try to be everywhere. Obviously, we can't be everywhere, so we have to really prioritize our calls and what's important. And so, but so far, those men and women, we haven't told anybody no on any calls yet. And so, as long as I'm here, then every call that the citizens of this county make to us, it's important. If it's important to them, we're going to make it important to us, no matter what the call is. We have been trying to be a lot more efficient around there. Maybe bring the sheriff's office up into more of a modern day police agency. And so that's using the technology that we have. And the number one goal is public safety. That is our number one goal, is public safety. And we want to do everything we can to utilize technology and computers to keep our deputies in your neighborhoods and guarding your businesses and, watching out for your kids and grandkids in your schools. And so hopefully you've seen some more efficiency in that regard. Our jail operations, any sheriff will tell you that the county jail is the biggest headache. A bunch of them has told me that since I've got there. That has really been really untrue. I have kind of embraced our jail I didn't want to run from the problems in the jail. I wanted to kind of embrace it and do the best that we could to maybe make that one of the safest, cleanest, efficient jails in the state. People don't understand this. We have people of all ages, people's grandmas, grandpas, their mamas, their daddies, their grandkids, their kids, for whatever reason. Could be, maybe they use bad judgment, managing their checkbook. Maybe they've had too much to drink. Maybe they run a stop sign. And a plethora of other charges, but no matter who they are, the Jasper County Jail we don't run it as a state penitentiary. That is a pretrial holding facility. Right now, see you sitting over there. Right now, 95% of the men and women that we have over there, they have not been convicted of a crime. And so we have to really understand that. We do have some convictions. A lot of them come from PDC, maybe on a blue warrant to get back here to answer more charges for Jasper County. But for the most part, we're a pretrial holding facility. Most of those men and women are really just like us. The vast majority of them over there, substance abuse. It's generally meth in our county. Meth is horrible here. You hear about it all the time. That's the devil's drug, because apparently you tried and it just brings you to another place in this world, and you can't wait to get back there. And when that happens, you're just on it, and a lot of people can't shake it. We have brought in, since I've got there, we are working with Inside Out Recovery. Celebrate Recovery has come in. We've just partnered last week with Gulf Credit Union. 2-3 weeks ago, we partnered with Goodwill. We are trying to get some training over there and some education to give those men and women the tools that they need, and maybe a little bit of life skills and life lessons, to get them when they come out, where they're not coming back in jail, because the citizens of Jasper County don't want a full jail over there. They want to use their money to fix their roads, or maybe improve the school, or add on to the courthouse, something that you's tangible and you see. And I don't want them over there either. I don't want a full jail. But on the flip side of it, you can't have them out selling drugs and hurting your family and stealing cars and stealing your tractors. And so it's a, public safety is number one. But when they get over there, we do everything in our power to try to help them and do everything we can to get them out and keep them out, what we try to do. Got here, one of the things we're talking about is just things that have changed since January. I got there January the 1st, immediately, first commissioner's court. We went from $45 a day to our out of county inmates. We went up to $100 a day. $45, you can make a pretty good argument that the taxpayers of this county was kind of on the hook taking care of somebody else's prisoners. I didn't want that. We're now charging everybody that comes in $100 a day. Now, if they're an existing customer, we went from $45 to $75 a day. But we're actually doing pretty good over there. But 2 months ago, I guess, our capacity is 144 in our jail. We had 162 in there, so I had to send all the out of town, because our priority is Jasper County, not everybody else. So we sent all of our out of town people in to kind of get our jail situation stabilized. Of course, bottom line, if we got space over there, we're going to use it, and if that means making money so the taxpayers of this county, then we'll do that. And so If you haven't been over there, I would encourage you to come over there and take a tour of the jail. Since I've been there, we have spent a fortune on paint just to get the building back, maintain it, and kind of get it where it's more professional. We painted the outside. We have got 95% of the inside of our jail has been painted. Most of them, with the exception of our tanks. We've got some issues with our walls that we're trying to work on just to get paint to stick. As you know, some of them don't have nothing but time. They'll go try to mess our walls up, and so lots of work just to run that facility. And the good thing about it, we've got some of the best jail trustees probably in the world. You give them a project, they get it done. So they're getting a lot of work done over there for us. We're really not costing us really any money. Striping on our cars. I hope y'all seen the new striping on the cars. Again, striping that we felt like the striping that we went with is a little more indicative of a modern day police car, patrol car. You want it where if our men and women are out on the side of the road, headlights hit it, you want it to glow. You want that reflective material to glow to protect our men and women. When we're in your neighborhoods, when we're rolling through your neighborhoods and the night lights are hitting our cars, you want people to see Jasper County Sheriff on the side of the car. So I hope y'all seen that, hope y'all like that. We kind of went with the traditional colors of Jasper County, and so far we got a really good response from the community on that. Uniforms, we got some new uniforms coming. We went with a kind of a darker green green trouser with a tan stripe coming up the leg, a tan uniform shirt. We redone the patch, and it's going to be a really good looking uniform. We're going to have some metal buttons on the lapels and on the pockets. Metal name badge, same as the star here is going to be on our chest. So we're really looking forward to that. It kind of going to rebrand the sheriff's office. We was able to take care. A lot of people don't understand that sheriff's office. It takes a lot of money. That's where we talk about these out of county inmates. We got the space, we need to use it because it saves the taxpayers. Those inmates, those uniforms, that's about $80,000 we're having to come up with. That's at no cost to the Jasper County taxpayer. That's from our prisoner reimbursement. So, and it's very important. We want our men and women looking sharp. When they show up at your house, you want a deputy sheriff that looks sharp, that addresses you and your family as yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and credible and reputable. And so we want them looking good. Not only are they representing me, they're representing you and your family. And so we want that professional image. One of the things that I've been really impressed with is really, any agency's success is going to be dependent upon the people, and that's going to make our success. I want to tell you, the men and women over there, when I got over there, I think I only let 2 people go, and 2 more went and got some other jobs. Nothing, that's just the way it turned out. But, those people see me as a political candidate trying to win a race and then being their boss. And so that's very stressful to those men and women. But I'm telling you, they have stepped up. I have been very impressed with our county employees. They are very loyal, very dedicated, and so I cannot thank them enough for the sacrifices they're making for our county. Other than that's kind of the long story short of what's been going on since January. We'll say about social media, things like that's a deal, for many years, I guess ever, our sheriff's office here, no disrespect to anybody, we haven't used social media up until now. That is very, very important. So far, I've put out 15 or 20 probably things on social media. So far, we're batting 100%. Once we put out a wanted person or a vehicle, it's generally just in a few minutes, I know who it is. And sometimes I'll get a little bit cocky and I'll put a little music on it. When you hear the music, they know they got it. But,
yes,
but
keep it going.
That is important for this, no matter what. And if we make a mistake, we'll tell you we made a mistake. I will tell you I made a mistake. No matter what it is, the buck stops with me. I'm the sheriff. I hold myself to a high standard, hold our people to a high standard. So if we make a mistake, I own it. I'm accountable. And had a deal the other day, one of our dispatchers kind of had a little So I said, hey, this was a failure on our part, but we'll fix it, I promise you. But social media, somebody gets arrested in this county on a felony, a serious misdemeanor, or anything else that I think the people of this county want to know, I'm putting it out there. These people are not guilty of any crimes. they are innocent. That's merely to show that they have been arrested, and it's merely to show our taxpayers what your sheriff's office is doing. That's important. People have a right to it, and I'm gonna inform the people of the county what we're doing. And again, whether that's anything good we're doing, or if we mess something up, I'm gonna tell you, and just be transparent. And so, other than that, I'm gonna tell you, I hope to keep this job. It's a busy job. Somebody told me the other day that said, man, you're working a lot harder now than you ever was as a highway patrolman. I said, absolutely. And they said, why are you doing that? You went from DPS making a lot more money with less problems. Why are you doing it now? And I said, well, and I thought about it, but I've never had that. Nobody asked me that. And I said, well, to be honest with you, I had a lot of people take off from their jobs and help me put out my signs, and they went in there and voted for me. And I said, well, I had a few people that took off from their job and voted against me. And so you want to do a good job for everybody, no matter what, who they voted for, that is irrelevant. And I want to do probably a better job for the ones that didn't support me this time. I want to do better than for the ones that do. So it's really irrelevant who people vote for or who they voted for. I'm telling you, this county has really got behind this sheriff's office. A lot of them didn't support me, or some of them. And I cannot thank the community enough and the involvement that y'all have, because without the support of the community, we're not going to be a successful agency. No matter who we bring in, you can have all this. If you don't have the support of the community, you're not going to be successful. On the flip side of that, if you have support of your community, that makes us 10 times more motivated than we already are when we get support from our community to get out there and just do a better job for y'all, knowing that the community supports us. And I'm telling you, the citizens of this county, no matter where I go, Brooklyn, Evadale, they thank us for what we're trying to do. And yeah, we're a long way from where we need to be, but we're going to get in here and do the very best we can, protect our property and protect our people. And hope I have showed the people of this county that if you call me, I'm going to answer the phone, no matter what. I may have to call you back, but I'm going to answer the phone, and I'm going to bust my rear end to help you and your families, no matter what it means. But I'm happy to take any questions. That's kind of the long story short how it's going in January. But I love this job, and I hope the people in this county will allow me to keep this job as long as y'all will allow me, because I'm really, really enjoying it. It's I thought sheriff was, you didn't work hard, but boo, you work hard. I promise you, we've been earning our money over at that sheriff's office. But I see our county judges here, but I can tell you for just a second, one of the problems you have in rural counties is that you have, county judges, your county leadership, your judge and your commissioners, and a lot of the counties in the rural parts, they don't have the support that we have from our judge and our commissioners. All of our county judge and our commissioners, all of them are very, very pro law enforcement, very pro, obviously, public safety. Their main priority is public safety. Anytime I go ask for anything, it's, we need this, yes, sir. And if it's good for public safety, I pretty much get what I want for not that we ask for a whole lot, but when I do ask, I generally get it, just because of the support of that judge and the commissioners and the support that they show us over at the sheriff's office. But I am very happy to take any questions. If anybody has any specific questions, I'll answer any question that you guys might have.
I got a comment.
Yes, sir.
I'm very glad y'all got that answering machine out of that sheriff's office.
Well, when I got there, or when I was campaigning, political campaign, you got some of them tell you, I promise you, after about 200 people, I said, I promise you, but before I take over, I will have that out there. And so I actually talked to the judge 3 or 4 days prior to me getting there. Whatever we got to do, come midnight, when it strikes midnight, take it off. And so I actually got to the sheriff's office about 11 o'clock, about an hour early. I said, if they kick me out, well, guess what? I'm going to be the sheriff anyway in a little while, so it don't matter. But anyway, at 12 o'clock midnight, we made sure that was, because people, this county here, you're not the Harris County Sheriff. You're in Harris County, you can't never get to the sheriff. I promise you will never speak to the sheriff. I promise. You might speak to his captain, maybe. So much, you're very insulated. Here, they won't talk to the sheriff. They voted for you, or they didn't vote for you. You're accessible to the people in this county. And if not, they'll put you out here. They get you in there, but they'll put you out. Long story short, they don't want to hear a bunch of answer machines.
Yeah.
We've got, I know of 2 off the top of my head that probably have saved our lives. And so, not nothing I did, it's just, people want to talk to a live body, and things are just go better without an automated, my opinion. And I come from DPS, who's notorious for it, and I hated every second of it. But it really is a great honor and privilege to visit your lodge and just, be y'all sheriff. It's really a great honor and privilege. But any more questions for me?
Chuck, tell them about the expansion in the jail.
Yes, did a deal yesterday. The judge and I talked when we got here. We have a rec yard that's in the backside of the old jail. For years, we've had, it's probably half the size of this room probably, and just documents everywhere when I got there. So the judge and I talked, and the commissioners, and pretty much give me the go-ahead, get all these documents. We've actually got them over in the district attorney's new office. So we have an employee assigned over there running all this through the scanners and digitally storing these documents for court purposes or historic value. There's a lot of historical information in these documents, and so we was able to get that all cleaned out yesterday. We hope that area is 14 to 16 beds. We're in the process of working with the jail commission now. That, if we can get 16 beds, that is a significant increase in a small rural county jail. 16 beds is a lot of beds, and that space is very coveted. We need every inch of space we have in that jail. So we plan on paying that out of the prisoner reimbursement. We might have to kind of take small chunks. I think that's gonna probably be a couple $100,000. So, it's gonna be one of the deals, we're just kind of building as we go. Hopefully we can get that done. I'm gonna say 6 or 8 months is what I'd like. I mean, I needed it today, actually, or yesterday. But we're really hoping that that's gonna be very helpful to us. But main thing is we have out-of-county prisoners in here. I will send them back to wherever they come from. We have to have our jail ready for the people here. And so we have never told anybody no, and we will never, ever tell nobody no. But thank you for bringing that up. I forgot about that. That's something really good. Any other questions that you might have?
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcat. Go Cougars. Go Bulldog Cougar.
Go Eagles.
That's
right.
Anybody got any questions for the Newton sheriff? He's over there. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. They pulled a fast one on me today, I think. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, I know Jasper County is a huge county, a lot of square miles to cover. What's your average response time now?
Under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes. We've had a shooting, not a shooting. We had a knucklehead earlier, just when I was getting it earlier, shoot in the direction of his grandma. And so far, because I expect these deputies to be out on the road. I'll let them go take a break occasionally. I'll let them take off or take a break and drink a Coke, but I expect the deputies to be out on the roads. We're not DPS, so we need to be in the roads, on our county roads, trying to find these people that's selling drugs, stealing property. That's the people that we're going after. And we're small, so we have to use kind of an intelligence model of police work, and that's, what we try to do is get these troublemakers in our community. We try to put them in our crosshairs, and that's who once we get them in there, we try to get them up here to this jail. Now, we can't fabricate anything. It has to be in violation of the law, and we have to prove a case that will support a conviction in court. But we're small, so we try to be everywhere. But obviously, we have to triage our calls from time to time. But we're always going to come. That's the reason I put my number out there. If there's a problem, somebody call me, so I'll make it happen. But answer your question, we're probably under 10, 12 minutes, which is pretty good for a county our size. Generally, we have a south end deputy and we have a north end deputy. Judge and the commissioner's been working with us, and we want to be efficient. We'd like at some point to have us a couple deputies there, a couple deputies here, and so we're getting there.
I've had one opportunity to call you about a situation, and I was extremely impressed with the amount of time that the female sheriff's deputy responded in. It was just, I was impressed.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate it. Like I say, we're a long way from where we're trying to go, but man, we're progressing. And at the end of the day, I just want to do y'all a good job. That's all I care about. I want to do a good job, and do the best we can. Well, we're trying. People, law enforcement is a very honorable profession, and it's an honor for me to be here. And so, not only the people that work for that sheriff's office, those are y'all's deputies. They work for y'all. And so you want to put a work product out there that people are going to be proud of. We're going to make plenty of mistakes. We're not going to be perfect. But if we make a mistake, we're going to own it. We're going to be professional. And at the end of the day, we're going to try to give y'all the biggest bang for your buck that we possibly can, and just do a good job. What people want. People want somebody to get out there and just give them their best and do a good job. They don't expect us to be perfect. They know we're gonna make some mistakes, but that's where the community support comes in. And hopefully you got good managers that are transparent and let you know when a mistake is made, not try to pull a flim flam on you. That's where the community gets sideways, is when you stop being transparent with the community, that's when they'll turn on you. And I don't blame them, they should. So, any other questions?
I would just like to say thank you for the presents that y'all are giving us. As a volunteer firefighter, y'all are sometimes beating us to the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And we appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
We really appreciate that.
That's our job, to help, and our volunteers, they just do a remarkable. I tell people all the time, without volunteers, this whole county would burn up. I mean, it really would. And so, but you're quite welcome. We're gonna continue to do that. We'll get there as quick as we can, I can promise you.
Hey, we're behind you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else for me? Well, thank y'all very much for having me. I appreciate it.